There is a statement. After having listened to Ramayana for the whole night, the listener is asking, who is Rama to Sita? Similarly, all of you are asking me how to relax the mind. That is the subject before us. That is the subject before Sikhidhwaja also. And the subject is going to be disposed of finally, possibly today. Still don't ask me after listening to the talk, Swamiji, how to dispose of the mind. Hari, 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 Hari. Madhiya hridaya kashe sadanandamayo guruhu udetu satatam samyak swatmananda prabodhakaha advaita bodhabja sahasrarashmihi shanterlataya kila kalpavrukshaha samsara santapa vinasha chandraha Krishna sada ahladakaro mamastu. Now we shall have the 3 times chorus recitation of Omkara as usual. Interlock your fingers, put them on your lap, sit comfortably erect, close your eyes, open the mouth and the heart and join me. But make sure that this chorus recitation spreads over the entire earth, showering its benedictions on all creatures. These recitations have got tremendous power, incalculable power, unpredictable power. Its primary effect is on the reciting person and simultaneously the other effect also. We shall proceed now. Now we shall have our joint invocation. I am making you do all this invocation, I am myself doing. The idea is to facilitate your absorptional listening. But most of you refuse to develop, refuse to recognize this kind of a spiritual transcendental affinity. Yesterday a listener told me that I am able to hear only 40% of what you talk. I am simply surprised. You are not supposed to do anything. Simply sit like a dunce. Don't sharpen your ears. Don't stare at me. Simply sit, relaxed. The sound vibrations will come and strike your eardrum, and without any hindrance or agitation, allow the vibrational effects to go to the brain inside your personality and bring about the assimilation. No strain is required at all. Maybe a little strain I undergo seemingly. Listening is an art. You are not supposed to do anything in the way of strain. Look at my face. Otherwise, close your eyes. Remain receptive. and see what happens. Divi bhumau tatha kashe
Divi bhumau tatha kashe
Bahirantascha me vibhuhu
Bahirantascha me vibhuhu
Yo vibhatyavabhasatma
Yo vibhatyavabhasatma
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha
Aham baddho vimuktasyam
Aham baddho vimuktasyam
Idi yasyasti nishchayaha
Iti yasyasti nishchayaha
Natyantamajño notajñaha
Natyantamajño notajñaha
Sosmin shastre dhikaravan
Sosmin shastre dhikaravan
Sosmin shastre adhikaravan
Sosmin shastre adhikaravan.
I ended up yesterday by reciting this verse. Idam vivartade sarvam chittameva jagattaya dehadhyakara jalena bijam vrikshataya yatha. Everything is revolving only in, by, of and for the mind. I have been emphasizing it from various angles in multiple ways. What is this world? This world is a coloration of your senses. If your vision is lost, from that moment onwards, there will be no color and shape in this world. Suppose you become short of hearing or deaf, then there will be no sound in this world. Sound is there for the others who have right vision and right hearing. What more do you want to understand that the world is a creation of your senses? And the senses by themselves are inert. They cannot do anything at all, not to speak of perceiving something. The entire body and senses are made up of matter which is inert. They are enabled to see, become part of the seeing process, perceiving process only because of the mind. The perception is initiated by the mind, resting upon the mind, terminating in the mind. So the mind is the world. The world is what the mind makes it. The world which is miserable now, you will find the same world becomes non-miserable. The world which is pairs of opposites now, you will find that it becomes harmonious opposites, not pairs of opposites, a harmony of twins. A whole change is worked in the mind. It is this mind that requires to be renounced. Let us see how to do it. Understand this very well. Chittam sarvamidhi prahu tasmin tyakte mahipade sarvadhivyadhiseemantaha sarvatyagah krito bhaved. Chittam sarvamidhi prahu. Mind is held to be everything and all. Everything and all. Renouncing the mind will mean all-fold renunciation. You don't have to renounce anything outside. Suppose you renounce this, you will leave it, but it will remain there and you will go away, that's all. Sikhidhwaja left the palace, but the palace did not go. He was at a distance, that's all. So if you must have something called renunciation, please listen to me, understand me. When you renounce something, that something should no more be with you or with anywhere. Suppose I renounce my thought, that thought will be nowhere in the world. It will not be in me also. So renunciation can only be practiced in the mento-intellectual level. In the mento-intellectual level. I can renounce, say, suppose you are given to speak lies. One day you renounce, I will not speak lies, and there will be no lies for you. And there will be no lies by you in the world also. So only products, if we can call them products of the mind, can be renounced. And the process of renunciation is inner. The products of renunciation also are inner. And the benefit of renunciation also is equally inner. So, chittam sarvamidhi prahuhu tasmin tyakte mahipade. My dear king, my dear emperor, all this is no other than a mental display, a mental manifestation. When that manifesting mind is renounced, can it be renounced if you ask? I will not allow you to doubt even for a second. Every day you renounce your mind and go to sleep. For 8 hours of the day, you are not with the mind at all. And your mind is nowhere else in the whole world. Where has it gone, you tell me? So you have renounced the mind. But it is a biologically induced condition, therefore you have no mastery over it. It is not your option. By virtue of fatigue produced by the wakeful state, and also for the purpose of generating the lost cells and have a fresh stock of energy in the form of new cells, people are put to sleep by nature. You don't have anything to play there. Just flow according to the current. That's all what happens there. So don't ask me whether mind can be renounced. Every day the mind is renounced. Next day it is picked up, it is generated again. So, sarvadhi vyadhi simamdaha sarvatyagah krito bhaved. When the mind is renounced, it is the end of all adhi and vyadhi, agitation as well as disorders in the body. Our Ayurveda Shastra says that most of the diseases of the body are caused by mind's agitation and different kinds of emotional fluxes. When the mind becomes pure, sublime and serene, most of the diseases of the body disappear. Whatever are left, for them we are prescribing herbal and other medicines. Please understand this. Chitte tyakte layam yadi dvaidamaikyam cha sarvataha shishyade paramam shantam acham egam anamayam. When the mind is renounced, dvaidam aikyam cha sarvataha layam yadi. All kinds of duality. What is the duality? I am the seer. The world is the seen. There is subject. There is also the object. There is a distinction between the two. So I am. The world also is. And I interact with the world. All this is duality. When the mind is renounced, you will find there is no duality at all. The I feeling will not be there. Naturally, the other feeling also will not be there, the you feeling. So the whole thing will be resolved and dissolved. Shishyade, and what remains is paramam shantam achamekam anamayam. What remains is a beautiful beatitude, a wonderful placidity, a kind of a serenity, quiescence, beautiful. It will be undisturbed, pure, singular. Swamiji, is it so? Yes. How do you understand it? Our own experience is there. You may be quarreling in the house with somebody. Maybe very high level quarrel. After some time it is night, you go to sleep, both the quarreling people. Where has the quarrel disappeared? And the vestige of the quarrel in your mind? So in the sleep condition, the body is not there. The mind with its emotion, that is also not there. The intelligence with its interrogations and doubts is not there. The ego with its assertion also is not there. And then what do you get finally? Is it something pleasant or unpleasant? You get up from sleep and then say, I slept comfortably, peacefully, without knowing anything whatsoever. But the world for all other people was around you. Nothing happened to you. In the din and bustle in the market, there are some people who fall asleep on the footpath, etc. When we went to Haridwar was very much crowded. It was during the Kumbh Mela period. One man at the foot of a staircase simply rise, closing the whole body, including the nose, with a cloth. He was simply lying there asleep. He never knew anything. So tell me whether the renunciation of the mind is possible. And what is the outcome of renouncing the mind? What you find in sleep. What further proof do you want? Your trouble is that you are partial. You are partial. You only think of the waking state. But waking state can only follow the sleep state. Sleep state is the one which generates and delivers the waking state. That you are not prepared to accept. That is the wrong. Samasta vastu dahebi yathatvam netaro nripa sarvatyagata evanga tatha nirvana muchyade. My dear king, you have destroyed, burnt all your articles, including the cottage in the blazing fire. Even then tell me what has happened to you. You are still a beggar of peace and renunciation. But you have renounced all these things, destroyed them. Still you are saying, how to renounce? So the need for renunciation, the subject or the object to be renounced, are still surviving after you have destroyed every little article that you had. And after you have left your palace, people, palace, etc., that also. So the real redemption comes only from full-fold renunciation. Full-fold renunciation. Listen to the talk and understand what is this full-fold renunciation. Sarvatyagah paranando dukham anyat sudarunam ityomityurarikritya yadichasi tadachara sarvatyagah paranando. All-fold renunciation conduces to the supreme blissfulness. All-fold renunciation conduces to the supreme blissfulness. Dukkhamanyat sudarunam. Anything short of all-fold renunciation always brings about and breeds dukkha, misery, affliction, torment. Iti, understanding in this manner, ityo om ityurari gritya om om. See how this om ends? Om at least is a sound. But when it ends, it simply dissolves. So chanting Om, yad ichchasi tadachara. Whatever you propose to do, you do. Sarvatyago Maharaja sarva sampat samashraya na grinhatihi yatkinjid sarvam tasmai pradiyade. I would like your attention without any strain to what proposition is made here. Sarvatyago Maharaja sarva sampat samashraya. Renouncing all, abandoning all, is to be the source of all prosperity. I think I should stop the discourse here. Then only you will catch this point. As long as you don't have all-fold renunciation, the mind is constricted. It will be under the influence of one thought or another, one aspiration or another, one compulsion or another. When the mind itself, which is suffering and enjoying, that mind itself is renounced, you will find there will be nothing in you to work on you. When you reach such a state, you become the source of all prosperity. All prosperity. Na grinnhadihi yat kinjit sarvam tasmai pradiyate. The Supreme Lord, who sustains the whole generation, the whole creation, He will support you. He will sustain you. He will shower on you His choicest blessings, even prosperity. Are you prepared to renounce? If you renounce all, be sure that you are insured for all times to come. Sarvam parityajya mahasvabhava tyajasyato yenaja tadvihaya tyagabhimanam chamalam vimuchya vimukta rupo bhava bhumipala. The beauty of all our exposition is that it is always in the way of a dialogue between the two. Dialogue between two. Here on the one hand, Sikhidhwaja, the great ascetic that you can think of, an honorable, powerful and beloved king of the society, of the subjects. He renounced everything. His sleeping wife walked off at night. Walked off at night. After coming here, whatever little materials he had burnt all of them physically. And such a person. On the other side is another ascetic youngster, a brahmachari. It's a conversation between the two. So you can understand the realism of it. Sarvam parityajya mahasvabhava. My dear king, you are given to renunciation. So the last part of the renunciation should not be difficult for you. It will be very easy. You are a great renouncer. Tyajasyato yenacha tadvihaya. Mind is what holds everything, possesses everything. That possessing mind you renounce. And by virtue of which force, by the influence of which you renounce, that also you renounce. Let there be no residual factor clinging to you. Tyaga abhimanam chamalam vimuchya. The impurity of having renounced. It's something very, very strange. We have an ego that I have something. That ego is impure. So when you renounce something, there is an impurity resultant in the whole process. So, tyaga abhimanam chamalam vimuchya. That I have left everything should not become another ego in you. So leave that abhimana also. Vimukta rupo bhava bhumipala. Become liberation personified. You will become liberation itself once you are able to do this all-fold renunciation. You even do not have the abhimana of having renounced. Sikhidhwaja then said, my mind prevails and endures, despite my disowning and abandoning it again and again. It is like a bird fluttering in the sky of my own heart, like a monkey jumping hither and thither, from one branch to another, a tree to another, on the huge tree of my own heart. First tell me the real nature of the mind, so that I may understand it well. You are saying mind is the factor to be renounced. Tell me what is this mind? Mind itself, what is its nature? Thereafter tell me how the mind can be renounced. Kumbha takes up the thread and starts speaking. Who asked the question how to renounce the mind? Receive the answer. Vasanaiva maharaja swarupam vidhi chetasaha chitta shabdastu pariyayo vasanaya udahrita. My dear king, mind is only a name. It is a paryaya, a synonym of desire. Shall I get up? Shall I get up? What you call mind is no other than desire. It is a synonym for desire. Vasanaiva Maharaja Swarupam Vidhi Chetasaha Chitta Shabdastu Paryayo Vasanaya Udahrita Udahrita. The word mind is only a synonym, a paryaya shabda for desire. Tyagastasya sukaraha susadhyaha spandanadavi rajyada padhiganandaha kusumadapi sundaraha. Tyagastasya sukaraha. To abandon the desire is very easy and comfortable. It is possible also. It is more possible than moving your body, moving your hand. It requires an exertion and you will have to give effect to it. Rajyada padhiganandaha kusumadapi sundaraha. Leaving the mind is much more beautiful than the most beautiful flower that you can think of in the world. Today somebody showed me there is a 1,000 petal lotus in Changanashiri. 1,000 petal. Can you imagine? So it is more beautiful than a flower. Rajyada Padhiganandaha. Whatever a prosperous kingdom, with you being the solitary monarch of it, will give you, more than that, the mind renunciation will give you. It is more heartening and delightful than even possessing a prosperous kingdom. Murkhasyatu manastyago nunam dusadhyatam gataha. After listening to me, if you say that we don't understand, we cannot renounce the mind, then please put a board here, I am a fool. Murkhasya tu manastyago nunam dusadhyatam gadaha. You should straight away go to your family and then tell all the members, I am a fool because I cannot renounce my mind. Only a fool will not be able to renounce the mind. A wise man will never be finding it difficult. Murkhasya tu manastyago nunam dusadhyatam gadaha pamarasyeva samrajyam trinasyeva sumeruda. An ordinary man who is very poor, who is also very illiterate, for him to have a kingdom is very, very difficult. And to make a huge mountain using leaves, that is also not possible. In the same manner, a fool will not be able to take to this renunciation or understand it. Now tell me, are you wise or are you fools? Do you understand what I talk? Yes, you have been listening to me. Many people have been passing comments also. That means you are very intelligent, superbly intelligent, much more than many that we can think of. And such a person, you come up and then say, I cannot renounce my desire. Has the desire given you anything worthy? Whenever you have attained something, it is due to hard work. I have a desire to study. Let the boy go on saying and staying in the house. Will he have learning? Every boy or girl goes to the school, studies for 12 years, enters the college, studies for 3, 4, 6 years, and then becomes educated. Can this effort be replaced? If the effort is there, why should you have desire? Desire is not the motivation for man. Certainly not. Replace it. Needs are the motivation. Ideals are the motivation. Values are the motivation. The necessity for everything, that is the motivation for man. I have hunger. Hunger nature has given me so that I may be tempted to eat. And by eating I provide nourishment and food to the system. So in eating, do I have a desire? Or am I responding to the need of the body? So replace all desires with needs. Then everything will be all right. Kumbha says, Rajaswatma vicharoyam koham syam idi rupadhrug chitta durdruma bijasya dahane dahanasprataha. What is the way to reach the mind? To enter into the mind arena, what is the method? You take a thought and practice the thought, pursue the thought. When you take a thought and pursue the thought, automatically you are in the mind and the mind is in it. You have drawn the mind. And through the thought, you drive the mind wherever you want. So, reflective inquiry as to who am I, whence am I, where from have I come, what exactly is I or who exactly is this I, this is said to be the fire that will burn the disastrous mind fire. Disastrous mind tree. This is the fire which will burn the disastrous mind tree. Now what have we said? Sikhidhwaja wanted to know how to renounce the mind. Chodala said, mind itself is the world. Everything is a display of the mind. Everything is experienced in the mind. Every action is initiated by the mind, designed by the mind. Every action subsists on the mind. It terminates and concludes in the mind. So mind is the source of everything. And this mind is no other than desire. Desire. The desire grows one after the other. Therefore you can renounce it also. When the desires are renounced, what survives will not be mind, but it should be known by some other name. Sikhidhwaja understood what Chodala said. And he himself says, and I expect every one of you to say this. When Sikhidhwaja said it, you must also be able to say, you are living in a scientific world, in a technological world, with so many scientific and technological qualifications also many of you have. So if Sikhidhwaja could understand Chodala's talk, why should not all the listeners and viewers of Bhoomananda Swami also equally do so? So don't come to me with a negative answer. I will not allow you. Then omit what you have heard. What is there so much difficult here? Desire is not necessary to live in this world. On the other hand, desire freedom is the greatest power and weapon with which you can conquer anything in this world. Live with no desire. Act with no desire. Speak with no desire. Write an examination with no desire to pass. I have told 2 or 3 students, I am going to appear for a test. My dear boy, you should write the test, not expecting to pass. Admit that you have already failed and you will not pass. So the fear goes away. And then write gallantly. Finally, both the children agreed, yes, we shall do it. What are you saying? Try to think. Be reflective. This desire has nothing to do in a great life of man at all. People with no desire have been able to work with a fuller and a comprehensive mind, and every piece of work became 2-fold, 3-fold, multifold. Renounce it once and for all. I asked you to renounce for 3 days, and some were pleading, no, I felt like taking coffee. But coffee, that is not a desire at all. You should understand what is meant by a desire. Buddhosmi bhagavan yukti yuktamuktam tvayottamam karana bhavadah kartru nedam brahmedi vedmyaham. Sikhidhwaja has become illumined. He is becoming illumined. He says, I am enlightened. Whatever you have stated is rational and majestic. Yukti yuktam. Whatever you have said is rational. And it is of a very high order, magnificent. having no cause behind, there is nothing here as doer, as a karta, a doer. I understand everything is Brahman, the Supreme. A thought arises in your mind. What is this mind? Is it matter? Is it energy? If it is not matter and energy, it is not belonging to creation. If it is not creation, it can only be the creator. If it is not creation, it can only be the creator. So what is your mind? The functional note of consciousness. It is no other than God. And it is from the mind, every thought, every idea, every perception, every experience, everything arises from the mind. So that source, there is no kartrutva there at all. Who is a doer? Who has done? Your eyes are seeing. Are the eyes yours? Who made the eyes? Ask your mother whether she has made your eyes. Go to the father and ask. Tell me if is there anybody in the world who has made your body or the eyes? And who has made your mind? So nothing we have, there is a karta. Then how do you say, I am the doer? Which I is the doer in you? The wind blows. Is there a doer in the wind? The river flows. Is there a doer? The sun shines. Is there a doer? Similarly, in your speech, in your thought, in your action, in everything that you do, where is the doerhood in you? Who placed you as a doer? Katra bhavad jagannasti tena nasti padarthadrug nadas chittadi tadbijam nado hantadi kinchana. There being no causer at all, the world is not there at all. Can you ever adduce any cause for this world? Is there any place where the world is? You will say it is in space. Where is the space? Somebody must be there to support the space, something. So the material world has got no source at all. All that we can think of is up to the space. But beyond space, if the space itself is nothing and nowhere, so the whole world is born from nothing and from nowhere. So can it be anything? So where is the doerhood? There is no seer or perceiver of any object at all. Hence the mind, etc. are also not. Even so, there is no ego. Nothing is. Nothing is. My dear viewers, this is renunciation. This is renunciation. The thing to be renounced is not there. In sleep, are you not totally renounced? Then why do you think that renunciation is at a distance? 8 hours you are totally renounced. The newborn child whom you had expected for a long time, the child will be sleeping by the side of the mother. Tell me whether she is renounced or not renounced. If 8 hours, nature can put you to sleep, no mind. At least for 8 minutes, can we not cultivate that mindlessness state? That supramental state. This being the truth of matters, evam sthide vishuddhosmi vibuddhosmi shivosmi va namo mahyam param chetyam na kinchid iti bodhitaha. Are you following me? Evam sthide vishuddhosmi vibuddhosmi shivosmi va. This being the state of affairs as I have understood now by your grace, my dear Kumbha, Vishuddhosmi, I stand pure, Vibuddhosmi, I stand illumined, Shivosmi, I stand auspicious, Namo Mahyam, I prostrate before myself. Param chetyam. That is the one thing to be known. Nakinchititi bodhidaha. There is nothing. This truth I have been awakened to. I shall say this once again. This being the truth of matters, I stand as the most holy, pure, enlightened, illumined and effulgent. I am the most auspicious. Prostrations to myself. I am enlightened. There is nothing other than I. Nothing ever for me. There is no question of renunciation at all. There is nothing I find to be mine which I have to renounce. Jagat padartha pravibhaga drishtihi sadesha dikkala kala kriyauga ahonu kalena chirena shanta brahmaiva shantam sthidam avyayatma. I would like to recite these slokas better, not once but many times, but I have no time. The vision displaying the world together with the objects, place, directions, time, activity and the rest, all have now set peacefully within me. The thoughts have become vaporized. The emotions have become dissolved. There is no matter inside the body. All our references are to material presences and absences. The materiality doesn't apply to what is within the body, animating the body. So there is nothing. But it is the source of everything and all. Brahman, the supreme reality, alone is. The interminable quietude reigns unassailably, unshakably. Shamyami nirvami paristidosmi nayami nodemi nachastamemi tishtami tishtha swayathastidatma shivam shubham pavana maunamasmi. This is what words can do, thoughts can do, reflection can achieve. You only know of matter and energy. The force of gravity, the electrical power, magnetism, nuclear power, electronic revolution. You know all those things using the eyes. Using the mind and the intelligence which make the eyes function, you don't know anything. Use your mind, use your power of thought, power of introspection. Enter the area within the body which is transcending matter, from where thoughts, emotions, knowledge, inquiry, memory, finding, whatnot all arise. Go to the source. Only in human life, the human intelligence can do it. I have become tranquil. I have gained redemption. I got firmly settled in myself. Not in my cottage, not in the forest, certainly not in my palace. I have got my rest, not even in my body. My body rests on the earth. My mind does not rest on the earth. I neither go nor do I rise and set. I rest on myself inwardly, given to whatever is natural to me. This restfulness in oneself does not prevent you or obstruct you in the path of your life and interaction. It is a realizational harmony which runs parallel to your mind and intelligence. It grazes you. It grazes you like a shadow. It comes to you from knowledge, from realization, from comprehension. These are not a work of matter or energy. They are not physical at all. They are something entirely different. Entirely different. When I say 2 plus 3, 5, is there any physical process in it? I am auspicious. The word Shiva means auspicious. Mangala Rupa, Kalyana Rupa. I am benedictory. I am immaculate. I am holy and I am silent. Idi Brahmani Vishrantim Avapya Sikhidhwaja Muhurtamasit Samshant Mana Nirvata Deepavad. Idi Brahmani Vishrantam Avapya Sikhidhwaja. By virtue of the last notes of introspection. Last notes of introspection. What was the introspection he had earlier? This Kumbha is exhorting me to renounce. I find my leafy cottage here. So many articles here. My deerskin here. All of them I burn off. That was the type of introspection he had. His focus was only on the physical entities, on the body, on the visible world, visible body. Now suddenly the introspection became infusional. It became on something different from matter and energy. The supra-material presence in the body. And he started saying, I renounce, there is nothing, nothing, nothing. It elevated his mind to such a level. The introspection had such a drastic effect on his mind that he sat completely silent and absorbed. Mind you, this is by virtue of a dialogue that transpired between Choodala and Sikhidhwaja. Muhurtamasi samshantamana nirvata deepavad. Sikhidhwaja, having gained his restfulness in Brahman, he asked, my dear Choodala, why are you looking so graceful, exquisitely enchanting? Then she said, my mind and vision are not on anything external. I have been able to locate something transcendental within me. I am inwardly resting in that. That is why I look like Srimati. That was Greek to me at that time. Now he says the same thing. For a muhurta he remained placidly, absorbed like a flame of lamp placed in a windless place. Seeing him steeped in the unflickering absorptional state, seeing him in that state, Kumbha suddenly spoke to him, and then listening to the speech, that speech awakened him. Kumbha says, Rajan ajnana nidrataha prabuddhosi shivastitaha karyam na astamayena iva najan astamayena te. I believe if all of you have been listening to me with the required relaxed attention, at least one or two of you must have been absorbed as Sikhidhwaja was. It requires no effort. It's an effortless fruition. And it is a timeless becoming to remain. Look at my hands. Generally the hands are held with a certain force, is it not? Look at my hand. It will simply become silent. You are already awakened, my dear king. You are awakened from ignorance. You are stable in your own auspicious self, namely the consciousness that makes you conscious of the body, conscious of the world, conscious of everything inside and outside. There is no purpose, mark my words, there is no purpose, no real purpose in seeking this kind of an inner recession or non-recession. Don't think that you have to be absorbed to have renunciation or to have its benefits. Recession and non-recession. Recession is a withdrawal. Withdrawal presupposes something from which you withdraw. We want to reach a state of no withdrawal and no involvement. It is an ascent in your comprehension. The mind, the intelligence, the process of knowledge will have to rise, evolve. Sagrideva vibhadatma nashtanishtapadatmakaha kala kalana nirmukto jivan muktonga sampradam. These are beautiful verses. They require repeated recitation and explanation. If the mind is shining with its natural brilliance, dropping all notions of dislikes and undesirables, what do you have to renounce? Renounce your dislike. Renounce the undesirable things that you have. I generally speak of a formula. Do not want to do anything and then do what you like. Do not want to do and then do what you like. The whole philosophy is contained there. So drop all your notions of dislikes and undesirables. Be free from the stranglehold of multiple imaginations. I am a son, I am a daughter, I am a husband, I am an employee, I have to do this, I have to do that. I am not good, I am not right. I am right, others are wrong. All these are notions. Will any notion prevail for a minute or two? They emerge and subside. And you are running after the notions which have subsided. Are you not a fool to do so? Why don't you take a look into the subject hemisphere of your life? Be free from the stranglehold of multiple imaginations. You will be liberated. You will be a liberated soul while still you are alive. Do whatever you like. Go back to your kingdom and rule. It will not affect your liberation. Sikhidhwaja says, Chittam nasti iti me bodho yatha yuktya sputam bhavet tam anyam athava bruhi buddham na nipunam maya chittam nasti iti me bodho yatha yuktya sputam bhavet. Sikhidhwaja says, tell me how my understanding that the mind does not exist will become clear, precise and efficient. He got absorbed after renouncing everything. Even then when he wakes up, the question still remains. Just imagine the doubt that people have. So, my understanding that the mind does not exist will become clear, precise and efficient. How can I achieve that state? My understanding has not yet become actualized and stable. So he still needs stability. Stability in his understanding. He was able to renounce the mind. He did renounce, remain there for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or half an hour. Choodala awakened him. But even then, that one-time experience was not sufficient at all. It is a process of understanding, my dear souls. Remain wakeful and then understand. Use your reason and vichara for it. Chittam nastyeva he rajan kadachit kinchana kvachid yachedam chittavad bhadi tad brahmabhidam avyayam. I don't know whether you are following me. Kumbha said, my dear Sikhidhwaja, there is no entity or expression like the mind anywhere. There is no entity or expression like the mind anywhere. When you understand this, you are a renounced person. People are asking Swamiji how to renounce the mind. Understand that the mind itself is non-existent. Whatever shines here as the mind is the imperishable Brahman. The consciousness that animates your matter, energy, body, tell me, is it matter? No. Is it energy? No. Then what else is it? It is nothing of creation. If it is not the creation, it can only be the creator, the Brahman, the Supreme. Why don't you say that? Why don't you feel it? What prevents you in accepting this fact? What animates my body, what activates my senses, that is really the supreme consciousness. Nashto moha smritir labdha tvat prasadan mahamune sthidosmi gata sandeha vishrantamadiratmavan. Sikhidhwaja now accepts. Nashto moha, my delusion is gone. Smritir labdha, the real memory and knowledge I have gained. Tvat prasadan mahamune, the same thing that Arjuna said, Uddhava said, Parikshit said. Nashto moha smritir labdha tvat prasadan mahamune sthidosmi gata sandeha. I am stable, my doubts are gone. Vishrantamadiratmavan. My intelligence has become stable and peaceful. It has become quiescent. And I am only the self. I am not the body. Body itself is an awareness. It is an idea. It is a comprehension. Comprehension cannot be the physical body. So where is the body? O great sage, by your grace my delusion is gone. My memory is restored. I am stable, free of doubts. I am under my own control, tranquil at heart. But it requires so much of exertion. What all things happen? Kumbha makes his remark. Na chittamasti no jaivam ahankaradi samyudam kinchideva jagatyasmin samvidekanda nirmala. Yes, mind does not exist. Likewise, nothing associated with the mind, with the ego, etc. also does not exist. In this world, there is only the singular, ever pure consciousness. Singular, ever pure consciousness. Nothing else is there. Dvitvaigatva drishau chittam tadeva jnanam uchyate etayoryo leyo drishtyoho tajnanam sa paragadihi. This is a verse I used to speak about, recite several times. Dvitvaigatva drishau chittam. I don't know whether I have my right listeners. Dvitvaigatva drishau chittam. Mind is a name given to what? Dvitva ekatva drishau. The twin notions called one and two. Oneness and two-ness. When these two visions are there, two notions are there, these two notions are called by the name mind. Tadeva ajnanam uchyate. These two drishtis, these two visions, insights. There is one, no, there are many. This kind of an argumentative position, that itself is chitta, that itself is ignorance and delusion. Etayor leo drishtyo. When you can lead these twin notions or two notions to a state of dissolution, tat jnanam sa paragatihi. That is the real spiritual wisdom. That is the supreme state of liberation and freedom. Where have we come to now, my dear souls? We have gone to the Mandara mountain. 18 years Sikhidhwaja was undergoing severe austerity. In place of the palace, he made a leafy cottage and started living there, using bamboo articles for his food, etc., etc., taking food, etc. 18 years have passed. The same wife whose words he did not honor, he had no mind to heed, she came impersonating herself as Narada's son. And there was lingering conversation between them. He attempted many things. Ultimately, he was about to climb up a huge mountain top to have a jump to kill his body. Chodala caught hold of his hand and started speaking about, no, this is not renunciation. It is nothing physical, nothing sensory, nothing worldly. Nothing worldly. Renunciation is a word. It represents an idea. It is the opposite of possessiveness. Leave your possessiveness. You become a renunciate. Leave all the holding that you have. You become a renunciate. Ultimately, he understood. Mind is representing the differential notions of two-ness and oneness. That indeed is called ignorance. Knowledge marks the dissolution of these two visions opposite to each other. That is the supreme state. Sikhidhwaja understands matters. He has a doubt. What is the doubt? How is it that the Jivan Muktas are still living in this world, conducting their activities? Do they not have a desire? Are they not under them? Is it possible to live and move without desire? So he says, Jivan Muktas tadetehi viharanti katham vada avidyamana manasoho yushmadadhyas tathanara. They are using words like I, you, he, she, it, they, etc. They also see, they also hear, they also speak, eat, everything they do. How is it that without any desire they do? What is that force or motivation by virtue of which they are able to conduct at the same time they don't get bound? I have always one sentence which I have made. There is a way of living in this world without being bound by it. You will always get what you rightly deserve. Every moment you are being irresistibly driven to fulfillment. These are 3 capital sentences I have made. Sikhidhwaja is asking, tell me now how the liberated people are living very sportfully, relaxingly, exultingly, rejoicingly, delightfully, without any desire. Punarjanana yogyaya vasana ghanavasana saprokta chitta shabdena nasa tajnasya vidyate. The desires with which Jivan Muktas are living in this world, they are not called desire at all, because they don't cause bondage and a further birth. Whatever motivation or inspiration is necessary for them to conduct their activity, it is just like eating in response to hunger, drinking in response to thirst. So whatever is necessary from time to time, they will do. Like the spring season, I am seeing trees and the leaves They are being swung by the wind. Just like that, they will also be. The trees do not act. They are being played by the wind. Similarly, our mind is played by something, intelligence is played by something. Allow all that to go on and have no ego or possessiveness, no sense of doership. Be free, not be bound. So he says, by chitta or the mind, we denote the strong, gross, material desire which leads to further birth. In the knower of truth, you will find such a mind does not exist at all. Yaya vasanaya tajna viharandiha karmasu tam tvam sattvabhidam vidhi punarjanana varjidam. Whatever motivation, inspiration or impetus the knowledgeable people, people of supreme knowledge have, that is not called vasana at all. They are all beautiful inspirations coming from sattva, not chitta. Tam tvam sattvabhidam vidhi punarjanana varjidam. They will not be a cause for further birth at all. Jivan mukta mahatmanah sattvastah samyadendriyaah viharanti gatasangam na chittastah kadachana. The ordinary people are chittastha. They are seated in their mind. The knowledgeable people, the knowers of truth are sattvastha. They are seated in sattva. They are the Jivan Muktas. I am becoming short. They sport in the world, freed from all kinds of delusional clinging. They are established in pure consciousness. They do not live in the mind at all. Mudham chittam chittamahu prabuddham sattvamuchyade. Mudham chittam chittamahu. The deluded mind is called the mind. The illumined one is called sattva. Aprabuddha hi chittastha. The non-awakened people are mindful. And the enlightened people are mind-free. Technical words in Vedanta. Bhuyah prajayade chittam sattvam bhuyo na jayade. The mind gets born again, but the sattva does not get born. Aprabuddhasya bandhosti na prabuddhasya bhupade. The ignorant alone has bondage. The knowledge people have no bondage at all. Sattvavanasi sanjato mahatyagi sthito bhavan asheshena tvaya chittam tyaktam adyedi vedmyaham. Sattvavanasi sanjato mahatyagi sthito bhavan. Sattvavanasi sanjato. I understand, Sikhidhwaja, that you are a sattvavan. You don't have a mind now. And you are a mahatyagi. Nothing more is to be left for you. You are a mahatyagi. You are very stable, stably seated in yourself. Asheshena tvaya chittam tyaktam adyedi vedmyaham. You have left the mind in full with no residue at all. This is the way I understand. All bhavas arise from the pure, serene sky of consciousness. They are perceived in the consciousness and also dissolve there in it. Sikhidhwaja's enlightenment becomes firmly established. Choodala goes back, administers and then comes back to find Sikhidhwaja deep in samadhi. She thinks to herself, let me awaken him, or he may drop his body like this. Let us live together for some more time, either in the forest or ruling the country. And then we will depart together. She roars like a lion, but he does not wake. She then assumes Kumbha's form and recites Samaveda, which awakens him. To Sikhidhwaja, who was glad to see him, Kumbha said, "Ever since we parted, I missed you very much." Spending time with her husband, she begins to think, I don't know what shall I do now. She thus devises a plan. One day Kumbha says, "I have to attend a function in heaven." When she came back, she looks miserable and tells Sikhidhwaja that she has been cursed by Durvasa for slighting him. That she would become a woman by night every day hereafter. She will have to become a woman at night every day hereafter. This was the curse administered by Durvasa. Sikhidhwaja then consoles her, saying, "Paridevanaya kortho devaputra tathaitaya yadayadi tadayadu dehasya atmana lipyade." There is no meaning or point in becoming afflicted by the curse. Don't worry about it at all. Yadayadi tadayadu. Let whatever come, allow it to come. Be. And allow it to depart. Dehasya atma na lipyade. Durvasa cursed you that your body will become a woman. Let your body become a woman. You are not going to change. So what is there to worry about or to lament upon? Kani chidyani dukkhani sukhani vihitani cha tani sarvani dehasya dehino nadukani chid. Whatever dukkha or sukha are there, it is all due to embodiment and the body. Nothing is going to affect or touch the soul within. Therefore, mind not anything at all. During the day, the two would roam around the mountains and forests. At night, Kumbha becomes feminine and both of them sleep quietly. After some days pass, like this Kumbha in her feminine form, she one day informs Sikhidhwaja, "Since I am becoming a woman regularly, I would like to fulfill my womanhood and give myself away in marriage. I don't see anyone better than you to be my spouse." Sikhidhwaja replies, "Do as you wish. It is the same to me. It makes no difference." Kumbha lady says, "If that is so, now is a very auspicious time." They decorated a place, took bath in the Mandagini river. And she said, "I am Madanika. Madanika nama bharyasmi Tavamanada." And she prostrated before at the feet of Sikhidhwaja. "Decorate me properly, let us light a lamp, etc." They got married ceremonially and begin to live like a couple. In between, Choodala would disappear to go to her kingdom to attend to the matters of the country. After some months pass like this, Choodala wants to test whether Sikhidhwaja is given to the sensory pleasures. This is an extreme degree of narration. She wanted to test whether Sikhidhwaja still had the least taste for sensory pleasures, whether he will be able to tolerate all kinds of contradiction in life. She wanted to test, and she devised something. She devised something. I don't think I will take time to speak about it. I thought I will complete the narration today and tomorrow I will leave it for my talk on Yogavasishtha Ramayana in an extempore manner. But I have not been able to complete it. So I have to stop today. Or shall I continue? Huh? I can conclude tomorrow. So I shall do it tomorrow. So that extempore delivery which I wanted to give either may not be or it will be very short. So this part, the next part of the story is something very, very exceptional. I can only marvel at the thought of sage Vasishtha and people of his level. To which extent can human mind rise? Up to what degree is the readiness of the human mind, the potential of the human mind, the majesty it has? Can we rise to this level of unaffectedness in life? What all things people are doing, attracted to the sensory objects, reacting to some of the violations, disregard, etc. Is it all worth? Is it all worth it? Are we not capable of having a poise, a kind of a disconcern that we have? Can we waste our life in pursuit of flimsy emotions? Let the emotions be for anything. So this kind of a narration, I don't know how to place it. Tomorrow I shall complete it and you will see what we are going to hear. Let me stop today. The concluding session tomorrow is something distinct in itself. I shall conclude my talk tomorrow. We purposely wanted it to be done on Sunday so that all of you will become free to participate in this session and be enriched and benefited. In the concluding session, apart from completing the lecture session, the series, the Jnana Yajna part of it, I may also feel like speaking whatever comes to my mind. It may not be exactly about the Jnana Yajna or anything, of course, concerning our ashram and activity. Ma generally expresses her thoughts, very special I should say, with a motherly note. And she also will have some anxiety and concern about the ashram and running it, etc. I think all of you should definitely take part in it and be exposed to the feelings, concerns, anxieties, etc. that we have. Our feelings for all of you will be very pronounced, no doubt. So that session has to be specially attended to. Nuthan Swamiji also will speak in his own manner about whatever is his idea or his thoughts and concerns. This is something very important. That is the way we conclude. By doing so, we are making this virtual Gurupoornima and retreat session be like the physical session that we will have if all of you, if we were together. So that is very important. Let me conclude the session now with the invocation and the conclusional Omkara by all of us. Shandasvabhavamajaratmakameka satyam samvitpadam nirupamam kalana vihinam antarbahishcha bahudha vyavaharyamanam taddahivameva mama sarvamaham tadeva shantasvabhavamajaratmakameka satyam samvitpadam nirupamam kalana vihinam antarbahishcha bahudha vyavaharyamanam taddhaivameva mama sarvamaham tadeva. Hari, Hari, Hari Om Tats. Jaya Guru. We shall have the conclusional Omkara straight. Be ready for it. Oh. Okay. Have you got the key for renouncing the mind now? I end up with the question and reminder. Which mind are you going to renounce? Harihi Om Tats. Harihi Om Tats.